Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the continuation of Unit 4, um, the design process. Today we're in Lesson 9 using market research. Now, market research, we're going to take it out and we're going to go out and check out other apps that might go along with what we're looking for. So first of all, let's talk about the overview in this particular lesson. In this lesson, um, you're going to research apps similar to the ones you intended on creating to better understand the needs of your users. Remember, we talk about that all the time, the needs of our users. We are looking for an app that will help somebody else in some kind of process or some kind of event or some kind of daily activity that they might need help in. You're going to work within your teams to search the internet for other apps, then evaluate the ones that you find interesting. By the end of the lesson, each team will have a clearer idea about the type of app you want to create and further refine, and who your target users will be. Each team will maintain a list of citations for all the apps they examine for use in their final presentation. That's what the activity guide is going to be, and we'll go over that in just a second. Again, your objectives for today: evaluate a design based on its ability to meet a target user's needs, and evaluate the purpose and impact of a computational artifact. Computational artifact. Wow, it's a big word. Resources, market research. Okay, so we're going to look at our activity guide. Well, first of all, let's go over this overview real quick. In this lesson, you're going to dive into app development by exploring existing apps and maybe similar users. So that have similar users in groups. And in most cases, you will be using a group, but for those of you looking at it by yourself, you're going to have to do it on your own. You don't necessarily need a group. If you want somebody to ask questions about, be sure and talk to your instructor. You're going to identify a handful of apps that address the same topic that you're working on and use those apps to help refine the app idea that you will pursue. So what's that mean? What does that mean? It means that you're going to go into the internet. You already came up with an idea for an app. You have some ideas that you'd like to look at, and maybe some ideas that you like to refine or kind of make better. It's a good way to look at it, make better. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at apps that are similar to yours or similar to the one you're looking for. And what you're going to do is research that app in many different places. If you go online, you can look up whatever your app may be focused on and see what's out there. Use the internet, see what's available, and see what's going on right now in the same area that you want to look for in your app. There's probably a lot more out there than you think, but this is a good way to do it. Do your research, and you're going to be filling out this activity guide as you go. So here's the activity guide. The goal of the research is to help you decide the topic, the target user group, and the type of app you want to create. You are not yet making decisions about what the individual screens of your app will look like. That'll come in the next lesson under your paper prototypes. All right? Finding similar apps. Fill in the information below on the apps that you find during your research. For each app you find, you'll need to identify who the target users might be, what you look like, or what you liked about the app, and therefore, or what you liked about the app, and therefore might be an inspiration in your own, and what you didn't like. So what you're going to do is look for things that you like and things that you don't like about the app that you're researching. Okay, so each one of you will put on or go in and look at the name of the app, what it does. Okay, in the second box, you're going to, well, who's the target user? How are their needs met? Okay, what does the app do for the user? What you liked about it and what you didn't like about it. All right, so I'm going to give you it's going to probably take you a little while to do that. So go ahead and take some time to do that, and I'll come back and we'll see how it came out. Okay, I hope you found some good things for your app, good ideas that might help make your app a little bit better, or maybe give you some guidance of what to stay away from in your app. Okay, so now you're going to brainstorm app ideas. Brainstorm with your teams potential ideas for your app. When you've found an idea that the team can agree on, document it here. Focus on the minimum set of features that will allow you to prototype and test your core idea. Okay, so your team app idea, go ahead and fill it in there, what you came up with, and what you would like to pursue in your app. Okay, you should have one good idea for your app, one idea that you want to focus on now. Now is the time that you really need to hone in on what your app's going to do and how you're going to use your app to help others and how it's going to help your users maybe um, do things a little bit better in their life or help create things a little bit better in their life. Something that your user will use that will help them out. Okay, also always make sure that you um, give credit to the apps that you've found. So app name and URL, and then the features in that app that you found. So make sure that you put those down. That way we can get an idea of what you researched, who you researched, and if we want to go back and check on it just to make sure maybe things are good in that app. Um, that way we can check it out. So always make sure that you put your app name and the URL number here. All right. So now you should have honed in on your app. You should have gotten to a point where you are comfortable with your team. And if you're on your own as an individual, that you are comfortable with building your app. You're ready to start your app and start building your paper prototype. And that's what we're going to go into the next lesson, building your paper prototype and seeing how your screens will match up with each other to start building your app electronically. So that concludes this lesson. It's very short today. And now you're getting ready for the good stuff, the paper prototype. So I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you.